Well, hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for November. This is going to be quite interesting for you. I can tell just by the cards. So, we're going to go over them. We have Nectar here. Okay. Nectar has to do with a craving. Okay. So, a craving, a pull towards something. Okay. Um, we'll leave it at that for now. And then we have reflection. You're being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is the mirror to your soul's growth. Use it to deepen your understanding and intuition. Now, with these two cards already, Virgo, it talks about you sort of having a craving or a pull towards something, someone, possibly. Um, and you not allowing yourself to experience it, whether it's due to fear or something that has happened in the past, but not exploring your feelings or not exploring your intuition or that gut feeling or where it's guiding you. Okay. And it's sort of like the decisions you have made, where have they left you? Craving, wanting more, still feeling the pull, right? Not investigating what that's about, sort of just ignoring it and moving about life. And when I was meditating, because I put the cards out and I meditate a little, I got the vision of a universal law and the law of opposition. So I looked it up and I'm going to read it to you. So, the law of opposition is a universal law that suggests that obstacles, mistakes, and rejection can be positive experiences that can help people learn and grow. Okay. So, this is about pushing you, Virgo, in November to take some steps that you may otherwise not take out of fear or rejection, and learn something from the experience. So you have to step outside of your box in order to experience. And you're being pulled towards something for that experience. It's higher than you, you know? Okay. So we have burning karma, burning off past bad karma. Oh, see? Stepping forward towards soul freedom and advancing towards your true potential. Beautiful. And right next to conflict. That's the fear. The fear is ruffled feathers. The fear is conflict. The fear is that something will change your way of being, right? That you'll experience something that's uncomfortable. But that uncomfortableness is where you learn, it's where you experience. We have silent remnants. Amid the uncertainty, love has the power to rebuild trust and kindred partnership. Wow. Whether you've met someone or you have someone in your life that you feel a connection to, this is someone that you cannot seem to, I don't want to say push away, like stalker vibes, but with the idea of this person, right? Like you're telling yourself, like, I don't want to date, I don't want to be in a relationship, but this person just seems perfect for you to be in a relationship with, something of that nature. It's saying that if you take chances in love, Virgo, right? Love has the power to restructure that fear, to rebuild trust in another, right? But you have to be open to explore that love. You have to let out that sort of vulnerability to do so. We have candle, ambition, taking action, hustle, manifesting money, management, high rank, visibility, athletic, and indecision. It looks like you want to take a risk, a leap of faith, to do a job, right? More extensive or higher paying or higher status than what it is that you're doing. But there's this fear of failure. Okay. It's like you're not making the decision based on something else. Not because you can't do it, because you could do anything you set your mind to, but because of fear, right? Um, I also see someone wanting to make more money, and this is like picking up hours, but being on the fence. Why are you on the fence? Spirit, why are they on the fence? It's interesting because all I'm feeling is like I could, but then I could do this. But deep down, you know that it would really help you. Interesting. This is more like not wanting change or afraid of committing to something or saying yes to something. Mm. All right, let's get into these cards. Ooh, okay. Ten of Cups. Two of Cups. Five of Wands. Ace of Swords. Five of Swords. High Priestess. Tower. The Chariot. And the King of Cups. Yeah. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords. The first thing that tells me is for this energy, Virgo, it's time for you to move on. You know, this is like it's time to heal and it's time to move forward. Things have happened in the past. You have had fears. You've made decisions based on those fears, and that's fine. It's dandy. And it's just time to move forward. Okay. And to what I perceive to be, you know, your highest and best life. Okay. What your prospects are for your life. So we're going to start with the Five of Swords just because it's in the center. And it talks about ego. Sometimes ego doesn't necessarily have to be narcissism. Sometimes it isn't high ego what we envision it to be, right? Like being mean or I'm the only one that matters. But sometimes you have to let your ego go. And the ego can, in ways, keep you sheltered from your environment. Because you're viewing the world through specifically just your eyes and how it affects you in a negative way that it is also ego. This is the story that they're telling me. Not listening to your intuition, feeling like you have the answers, you know what's right for you, sort of blocking out your spirit guides, blocking out the universe, blocking out opportunities to keep yourself safe is also egotistical in its own right. So that's what I'm getting from the Five of Swords. It's like I'm protecting myself from all of these things that are happening around me. And November's energy is set to sort of knock you out of that space. That's its goal. Its goal is to set you free from your ego, from your own overthinking, anxiety, anxiousness, fears, so you can experience something bigger. with the Knight of Cups being here. It's trying to the King of Cups. It's trying to usher you into a moment of happiness, feeling loved, have love all around you, opening yourself up. I'm getting this feeling of like a burst, right? Of freedom, which comes with a vulnerability. And I feel like there's a fear of that vulnerability. Sort of like I have to fight adversity. I have to fight things that are different. I have to push them away. I have to protect myself. And in doing that, you're not allowing change or even opportunities to experience things. It's very interesting because I feel as though in November you have happiness looking directly at you. Okay. And there is a feeling in you that it can make you happy, that there is something there that can bring you joy. But because you're not 100% sure, you're visualizing it as an adversity, needing to fight it or push it away because it makes you feel more protected to stay where you are or where you know things to be consistent. Okay. But consistency will not help you bring in experiences and opportunities for things like love, moving forward, job offers, things sometimes that you can't even dream of. And we hear stories of people taking risks, taking dives, and experiencing something they never thought they could have, But the risk is the part that needs to be there, the step forward, the breaking of the norm, the coming out of ego. Okay. There's an offer coming to you. It could be an offer of love. It could be an offer of commitment. But it's an offer of something that makes you feel emotional. Could be a job offer as well. Let's be real. But it's something that you would like to have in your life. It's an offer of something that seems to be has the potential to be good for you or perfect in some way. And you're conflicted on whether it can bring you happiness, but at the same time you feel happiness from it. As an example, there's someone that makes you happy, right? They check the boxes, but you're afraid to open up in a vulnerable stance with this person because they have the opportunity to make you not happy if you allow yourself to be vulnerable. So you're fighting it, right? But fighting it doesn't allow you to have the opportunity to be happy because you won't be vulnerable. You see? In reality, it seems like it's easier to keep yourself protected, Virgo. You're not clear on how this can be a smooth road. You're not clear on all of the answers. You're not clear on how it's going to work perfectly. So in your mind, you're like, okay, well, this is not good. Because if it's not 100% perfect, if it's not 100% right, then I don't need to open myself up to it. But you're blocking out your intuition. You're blocking out your gut feeling that's telling you that there's something there. You're fighting it. Your own inner thoughts, your own decisions. You're making your own decision, okay, to block something out of fear. But you're missing out on an opportunity. Your gut feeling that something is there, that there's a connection, that this could be good for you in some way. emotionally. It can make you feel good. It can make you happy in some way, in some aspect, even for a moment in time. But there's a fear, okay, to keep yourself protected. I feel like the universe for you, though, wants some change. They're trying to provide you change. But you have to take the risk. You have to take the step in order to do it, right? You have to become vulnerable. You have to be in control of your, not in control of your emotions, like suppress them, but you have to be able to open them as well. Controlling emotions, Virgo, is not always about suppressing them, okay? You also have to know how to open them as well, all right? So let's get into some more. It looks like you may have been by yourself for a long time or in an unhappy relationship where you sort of settled. Or maybe you settled on the fact that, oh, I'll be by myself, or we'll just be friends, or like I won't be able to get that happiness that I want. And I've convinced myself that I'm okay with being in that energy, right? So if I don't move forward, then they won't move forward, and then I can stay still in this moment. I can stay still in this moment, feel safe, and still sort of get both sides of what I want, right? But I see that there is some sort of opportunity for happiness, for joy, but it's keeping it sort of at a distance, okay, for safety reasons, or to feel safe, to feel secure. And things are going to start getting a little bit complicated because things eventually do change. Feelings change, ideas change. And there's a feeling of someone in this scenario feeling like there is no longevity and wanting to feel validated from the other side, whether you or them, wanting to let other people know, wanting to be official, wanting to be building something for the future. And without validation and without confirmation, it's going to slowly start to fall apart, because just being in the middle and not making decisions won't hold it together. Okay. So this is the same for you having an idea about something, knowing you should take the step, but never quite making the step. You're going to lose the opportunity to take the step. Okay. November presents you with a moment, and that's the nectar. It presents you with a moment to make a decision, whether to walk away or to create change. It's like you're going to lose what you have. Even what you're trying to hold on to can also be lost because you're in the middle. Think of it as, how can I think of it? Okay, let's draw a circle in sand, right? And you're standing in the middle of this circle holding someone's hand. Let's say someone you're interested in. And staying in the circle, you're still holding that person's hand. But they want you to step out of the circle with them backwards. And you're like, well, I want to stay in the circle. So in order for them to step out of the circle, they have to let go of your hand. So even though you're in the middle of the circle, you're still together, right? But you have to make a decision whether to step out with them or stay inside of the circle. And that's what this feels like. It's like right now you still have a piece of the situation of that person, but they're getting to a point where there needs to be a decision made. So they're going to step out of the circle. And the choice is, are you going to step out with them, Virgo, or are you going to stay in the circle, right, and lose them? So that's how I'm feeling about that. And you're going to have this struggle of trying to figure out what to do with that. And it's unfortunate. I feel like it's unfortunate that it feels like you feel like I didn't have time to prepare or I'm not ready. But it has been pushed back, I feel like, so far that a decision needs to be made. So the decision here for you in November is, do I want to keep this situation, this person, this feeling? Do I want to explore it or do I not? That's where you are at this moment, right? Like, are you going to follow and chase the feeling or run away from it, pretty much? I see a conversation coming. A heated conversation, a real conversation. Maybe some tears are involved or some feelings are involved, some lashing out. Because I feel like either one party or both parties are trying to get their point across and to sort of get you to choose their side. You're trying to get them to choose your side. They're trying to get you to choose their side. Okay. But it all comes down to the bigger story is like, are you going to trust in love? Are you going to trust in this person? Are you going to trust in your hopes and your desires? Are you going to trust in your gut feeling and your intuition, or are you not? This is the time where you need to let out your true feelings and your desires, you know, and follow your heart. I honestly see you deciding. This is the deciding energy, and it talks about deciding to be happy outside of the norm. Okay? So you can you're going to choose. I can't tell you what you're going to choose. But you're definitely leaning, it's the universe. I'll say this. The universe is asking you to step outside of your box, to take a risk, because you are happy holding that person's hand inside of that circle. Okay? So, what makes you think that you won't be happy holding their hand outside of the circle? And the same thing is true with your dreams and aspirations, right? You have a dream in your head, and the dream is beautiful. You're making plans in your head. You're putting things together. But why are you not taking that step outside of the circle, right? Investing in your dreams has the same amount of happiness as well as just thinking about it. So it's like healing and moving forward, right? Breaking the mold, breaking sort of not consistency, not contemplation. Can't think of the word, but I feel like it's more like breaking the mold, the status quo. There we go. That's good. Breaking the status quo so you can start to move forward and start to live the things that you're thinking, or the things that you're contemplating, or the things that you desire. Taking those steps, right? It all starts, Virgo, with a craving, with a want, with a desire, right? with a pull to know which way to go. All right? So I love you. Well, no. We're look at me trying to end this. Well, let's get adjust on the whole thing. So, let's see. That just took me out. I had to tell you. To me it felt like the end, but let's see. Okay, let's talk about money and work. You're not fully loving what it is that you do. There's a feeling of like falling out of love with something that you're doing, okay? Or with work in general. And it's like you're trying to get your heart and your soul back into what it is that you're doing, but you're trying to push what it is that you're doing. The key is to let it find you. Let the happiness find you. There's something that's going to click for you or something that starts to make sense for you, right? See, I knew it. Ace of Swords. It's that aha moment. Okay. So keep doing what it is that you're doing. But pay attention to the thing that clicks, the thing that makes sense, the idea, the moment. Okay. Don't let that get past you. Yeah. You need to start expressing what's in your heart, Virgo. That's what this is. Things will change for you. Life will change. Life will seem more exciting, especially if you've been kind of spiritually or emotionally down. This will definitely kick you back up. Okay. Don't let your fears and your anxieties run you in November. That's the thing. And I see it's all talking about because it's for your own protection. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make a safe space for yourself or be or feel safe. But you're like cutting out things that could be good for you. You can't stay in one place forever. You have to move. You know, we've all seen enough zombie movies to know you can't stay in the same building. Sometimes you gotta go. You gotta move to the next area. It's the same energy. Okay. Yeah, very confused on love and very confused on your emotions. But there's definitely someone that you have interest in, right? Um, but your past, this could be also that you have just been alone for a long time. And there's comfortability in being alone. And there's a fear in letting someone in when you've been alone for a long time. So that could also be the past influencing what you feel right now. But it feels like this is your opportunity to find love. This is your opportunity to be happy. Now, when I say find love, I'm not saying a forever love because I don't know that right now from the spread. But I'm saying that this is the universe offering you an opportunity to feel love and emotionally. Okay? All right. That's it for real this time. So I love you. Talk to you later. Bye bye.